this was a longer walk than usual. I think it did tire them out, but they did seem to enjoy the walk, and so did I. There were some really lovely views, and the weather has been very mild recently. It's actually sunny today. We found a robin, type of bird called a robin. It's a small, sweet little bird, and it was in the shed because the door was open, but thankfully it flew back out before it hit itself on the window too many times. I've also watched more Bridgerton, the fourth season, which I am now halfway through. I have been cackling like a witch because it has made me laugh at points so much. I also think the main romance is really good. I like the characters, and the side stories in this season are very good as well. I'm particularly fond and quite giggly when it comes to Violet, which is the mother of the Bridgertons. Get some, Violet. Okay, what else? Yesterday I took my dad's dog to get groomed, and he came out with a very cute bandana. Every time he gets groomed, he gets this little bandana. For Christmas he had a Christmas themed one, but yesterday I think it was just red and white, like a general pattern. I can't even remember what pattern it was now. So on the weekend we went to a bar for a friend's birthday, and he had rented out the whole bar. So it was just all people that he is friends with. And I sat on a table and played Uno, which I ended up with about 50 cards at one point before we realised you're supposed to be out if you get 25. This was the one called Uno No Mercy. After that, we had an idea of wanting to play poker, but we didn't have any cards or chips. So one of the people asked, and we ended up borrowing cards from a local pub, and then we used the Uno cards as playing chips. It was a really great time, and I honestly didn't really realise that I liked to play board or she said she'll add it to the collection. And I thought, oh, I did not know you had a collection. I thought she only had the one I'd just given her. I didn't realise anybody else had bought one. So that's crazy. Yeah. I think I also was going to talk about the fact that I'm going to look after more dogs. Now I seem to be getting more bookings to do that now. I think there was a bit of a drop in clients because of, I don't know, maybe around the start of the year there was more holidays that people were going on, and now they're kind of back to work, but probably because it's now the beginning of spring, people are starting to go again, and that gives me some more interesting things to do, because a lot of the things I've been doing at home have been computer based. I like to get out more than that, and to be honest, I haven't been to the gym for a few days now, so I should probably go back there. I mean, if not tonight, then it will have to wait until the weekend, because I'll be busy. We're going to go ice skating again on Friday, which I'm really, really looking forward to, even if I end up falling over again. I've also, I just wanted to randomly say that I have loads of weird notes on my computer. Oh, if you heard that tap just now, that was a bee flying into the window. Because I'm recording this in the sunny afternoon in my cozy cabin. I was mentioning notes on my computer. I mean, they're not that interesting. It's there's a list of like things to do on a certain Sims 4 expansion pack. It was whichever one was to do with the island living. So it says things like cooking with the pit, watch baby turtles hatch. So I haven't played that in ages, so that must have been here for a while. And then I have 2 different notes that just have recipes for things that you can make in a mug, like bakery things, so that you don't have to do loads of washing up, or in my case, you don't have loads of portions, so that you don't have the actual capacity, like, to eat them all. So if there isn't loads of it that's being created, you can't sit and eat loads of it. That's how I try to get past my tendency to absolutely annihilate anything that is chocolatey or sweet in general. Because I had a cake the other day as well, so delicious. I do love farm shops. They're very very expensive, but the products you can look at in there are just quite satisfying. I got some meringues and also these, it was cherries in some kind of spirit. I think it was called kirsch or something similar to that. I'm sorry if that's incorrect. I've also been reading a lot. There's a book that I really want to read next, but I've reserved it at the library, and it's not available yet. I think it came out this year or maybe late last year, so a lot of people are wanting it. It is, I don't know what the name is, honestly, but hopefully it'll be good. It's about climbing, which is something that has become, I think, more and more popular recently. You know, I really hope somebody who knows me in real life doesn't hear these videos, because they will probably piece all of this together quite easily. But I guess I didn't want to omit that part any longer. I do like to climb. It's very fun. Very good for fitness and just enjoyable in general. And I don't get super sweaty doing it either, apart from in the summer really, because there's never any AC in the gym, and it's a bit deadly, to be honest. I wish they would get some, but maybe one day. Anyways, one more thing I'll randomly mention is I will be going to, well, the other end of England, kind of, in a couple of weeks, and I'm kind of looking forward to that. It's to go and visit a friend, and we'll get to go to different climbing and ice skating places, which will be really interesting, because each climbing place you go to has completely different routes every time. You never really know what you're going to get until you get there. Oh, my arm hurts from holding my phone. Also, if you just noticed a change in the track, or like the background noise, the white noise, that is because I just accidentally everything is so bright and green and lush that it's really tempting to go out there and record something. I kind of just want to share what I'm seeing. I'm also a bit scared that people might figure out where I live if I do that from literally my house though. So it's probably not a good idea. I wonder if you can hear the birds in the background. Did you hear that? Maybe not. They're not very loud from in here. This is surprisingly soundproof, even though we haven't actually put any soundproofing in. And when we put this up, we didn't even have to buy curtains because we just so happened to be able to use the curtains I was using in my previous house. So that saved us maybe £40 or something, which is maybe $60 if you're American. Roughly. Apologies again if you can notice that I yet again had a strange sound and had to swap